I would like to do to give you more insight or another view of what will be the activity for this year and the next year. So I would like to start with what I call the core activity, and I would like to draw your attention about the black line. So as we explained, the Confiance research program ended last year in October, and in Systemix we have decided to launch a new project to bootstrap the foundation, and this is where we are right now. And we have two major milestones on this for this year. The first one is in June to announce the creation, not to announce, but to create the legal structure of the future foundation. So we have decided to use AI SBL, which is a legal entity under Belgium law, commonly used by international non-profit associations. So this is something we are going to create in June, and we are going to officially announce the creation of the foundation in September during the next Confiance.ai Day. And then hopefully the foundation will start, and you will be able to, as industrial and partner, you will be able to interact directly with the new foundation after September. Being said, we have a lot of things to do before that. First of all, we have started in October, and this is something we are continuing. It's so first of all, the governance definition. So we have to define how, the process, the way that and how the foundation should be able to start at the beginning. We also start working with our first strategic partner on the contractualization part. So for example, today we have 5 main strategic partners that are already on board. But of course, we are going to continue working on the business development of the foundation in order to be able to onboard as many relevant partners as we can in the next weeks and months. In parallel, we have also some technical tasks. So the first one is that we are building a new reference AI environment for the support team in coordination with Sopra. So this is something we have started, and it should be available by the end of January if everything goes well. And of course, we have started to build and to define our portfolio. And this is something we have done the last quarter, and now we are ready to start moving this portfolio and to start creating the new step and the new evolution of the portfolio. So we have started beginning of January. We have defined the first maturation activity, and as Nicolas said, based on industrial lead requests, we were able to identify a roadmap and backlog, and we have started to work this beginning of January. And the aim is to be able to have some delivery and new release available every quarter. So we start in January. We have another what we call program increment. Will define the content of each delivery. The next one will be in April with some release available in June, and so on and so on. Every 3 months, we are able to define what should be the content of the next release, and to be able to deliver accordingly. So this is for what I call the core activity. Now, I would like to give an overview about the different, animation we also are going to drive within the foundation, and this is something Nicolas talked a little about during his presentation. So don't be afraid about all this link, but I will try to explain it. So we have 3 main animation groups. The first one is the research community animation, and the aim is to organize the let's say the ecosystem and the community around trustworthy AI, and in order to be able to identify what from the state of the art from the research community what we should do in the next month. And of course this let's say, this community is willing to organize and to attend to different scientific seminars. And you can see, for example, here in blue, that we have identified several this year, almost one scientific seminar per month. And if I zoom to this quarter, you can see that we are going to organize a side event during the AI Action Summit event. We also willing to organize, and we will organize also a seminar during the HRS and EGK event. What we would like to do also is to, yes, as I said, to organize specific seminar during the community. We are thinking about to see how we can also contribute and organize something to Vivatech, for example, in the summer. And for example, we have some initiative also outside France and Europe, and for example, in Canada, beginning of September. And we do think that it should be relevant for us to have something, to organize, or at least to attend to some scientific seminar in Canada, for example. So based on that and all the animation we have, I would like to do is for the research community to identify new challenges, and also to identify new technology that eventually could be provided to the foundation. But this animation will also be linked to additional animation groups. And the second one is the standardization community. And Fauzi gives you some glimpse about what the standardization community is doing about. So we have two things. First is to be able to see how together we can push some of the major, let's say, contribution to the existing standard, but also to see how we can take into account specification, requirement, recommendation from the standard and to apply it to our component. So here, I just identified 4 of the major events we, as let's say, the standardization community, we want to attend. So we have 4 of them. So the ESO in April, Sensenelec also in May, and we have 2 other sessions this year around October. So this is a huge contribution from the animation within the foundation. We would like to go on. And this, again, and it's a key element we have discussed during this session, and Nicolas just highlighted that everything is driven by industrial and especially industrial use cases. So we have another animation group that with industrial and techno provider that will be able to identify from the industrial perspective what are the new challenge, what are the issue, what are the the use case and the domain we need to tackle. And this information will driven also some of the activity coming from the other animation groups. And of course, from the techno provider, what we would like to do is to be able from all the community to see if there's some technology that could be provided based on existing challenge, but also with new challenge that will coming in the next years or next month, to see if we are able to provide additional tools, method, guideline, every asset that we think that could be relevant for a community and that will be assessed through all what we have discussed today. And of course, remember, and this it has been highlighted by Fauzi, we have AI that is coming next year. So definitely there will be a huge impact on all what we are doing by the applying, let's say, in August next year. So we definitely, it's a major milestone for all of us on this. I would like also to give an highlight of a specific challenge, because one way also to animate the community and the community in general speaking is, and this is one of our objectives, is to organize some challenge. And therefore, and as you can see on the slide, we have decided to start thinking about a new challenge last year. and which is what I call the challenge Renault welding, and I will give you some more information about it on the next slide. So yes, so basically what we'd like to do, and again, this is the first one, and we'd like to be able to create this kind of challenge in the next month, depending on our request and depending on the expectation from the community. But the one we are started to work on is what we call challenge with Renault welding. So it's a well-known use case because you have seen a lot of presentation that is dealing with the welding aspect. But what we would like to do with this challenge is to identify, to create a new problem. And we're going to provide the data set in open source for the community. And we also we will provide a baseline code as a reference for performance metric. Everything will be available in February. And we are going to make a call for participation in February, so in 1 month, something like that, during the AI Summit. And in the next 6 months, we'll be able to get some contribution, and we are going to evaluate the submitted solution based on the different criteria of confiance, so including trustworthiness. And of course, what we like to do is to announce the result and price of a context during the Confiance.ai in September. So please stay tuned. I don't want to go more into the specific detail. You will have a dedicated communication on this in the next week. And please, if you're interested in, don't hesitate to come back to us to contribute and to provide, let's say, a new relevant and efficient component that could be eventually goes to the foundation to be used by industrial in the future. If I go back, so let's go back maybe to, yes, just to finish on that. So definitely, as I said, started from February and of September. And as I said, I would like to see, and if necessary, and we have some real interesting and expectation from the industrial, let's try to see if we can organize such kind of challenge in different contexts with different problems in the coming month. And now I just wanted to highlight, of course, so we talk about the animation of the research community, but I would like also to give an idea about some existing relationship we have as a foundation with already research programs. So for example, here you can see 4 of them. So one is IAG, that is basically dealing with a new challenge around hybridation and LLM and Gen AI technologies. And for example, as a concrete things we would like to see, and this is something I hope that we'll be able to provide in the summer, is to be able to have a new chat bot, which is a chat bot that will be able to give you answer and to be able to help you in navigating and understanding the end-to-end methodology. So this is definitely on top of the catalog, on top of the book, the body of knowledge. We would like to provide a third tool in order for you to interact with all the tools we have built within the foundation. So chatbot, I hope, will be available in the summer and could be experimented. So this is one concrete contribution about this project that, again, that we should be able to use within the foundation. And basically today, it's a bit early to have more detail about what kind of transfer that will be eventually be provided by the project. But what we have, let's say, discussed with them is at least to have some clues or maybe information about what could be a transfer strategy roadmap and something what is awaited by the end of this year. So hopefully, I hope that maybe in the 2 next quarter, I can give you more information about what kind of delivery that we should be able to get from this project. This project is it's the first project, and again, it's a French project, but also we are looking at and try to identify additional research program related to the foundation, and especially outside France and Europe. And today, I don't know if there's some people from the FKI, but definitely we have some early contact with them, and I hope that maybe in the next month we can have some concrete relationship and discussion with them. But we're also thinking about, a Confiance.ai in Canada, for example. It's just some example. We don't have anything committed yet, but what I would like to emphasize here is that definitely we need to be open to all the projects, not only in France and Europe, but all relevant projects across the world that could help us in enriching our catalog and our method, and to make sure that we can be state of the art and eventually let's say be usable by the different industrial. So yeah, so this is what I just wanted to highlight about the roadmap.